has been a morning.
Yes.
I usually turn the tire minder on maybe a half hour before we get ready to leave. And this morning, one of the inner dualies decided it was only 4 PSI, which is a problem.
Yeah, so I got the compressor out and I started to fill the tire, you know, up to the normal 61 PSI. And while I was doing that, I was also in the process of flushing the tanks.
Yeah.
So I was flushing the black tank, which I already emptied it, and I already let the water run through for a bit, and then I closed the black tank valve to get some water in there and flush it out one more time. But while I was doing filling the tire, I forgot that I had closed the valve and had the black tank flush water flowing into the black tank. And
so I went to go install the backup camera in the bathroom, and of course the sink is overflowing with water, and it's running down the hallway, and so we have like a lot of cleaning to do.
It was luckily the tank was already flushed, but it's still water that was in the black tank came up into.
But you didn't start with the other problem of the day. Accidentally
that was only the second problem of the day. When I went to connect the car, we noticed that I had to move the car up, and somehow, I don't know, I must have hit the tow bar, hit the little receptacle for the 7-pin connector on the car, the Mini, and it broke off. So that was the start of our morning.
So you were already, let's just say, already frazzled, and many times it's like it isn't just one thing that happens because you get frazzled and you start not paying attention, because literally I'm calling tire shops just trying to find one in case, but we don't think that it's actually a problem with the tire. It's probably the stem, because he's got it filled now and it hasn't moved.
Yeah, so I filled the tire,
tighten the stem.
I was able to manually tighten with my hand, tighten the valve stem, and so far it's holding. So we're going to go ahead and assume it's holding, and we're going to keep an eye on it and head off to our next destination. But yeah, three problems already this morning.
Put your seatbelt on, because we're going to go get some propane, because the propane tank is empty too.
But now we're going to go get propane. So hopefully the rest of the day is going to be
an hour and a half later than what we wanted to be. It's going to be a long day, but you know what? Let's just hope everything is fine from here on out.
Yeah.
All right. Off we go.
Off we go. Okay, we're about maybe 20 miles down the road. Our tire pressure is at 64 now and holding. So we're hoping that we're good to go. And we will continue on to Moriarty. Right there?
Yes, no more issues today.
Okay, so we decided to go ahead and have lunch. It's 11:20.
Because I got to drive for another hour, so might as well eat now.
And then we'll switch driving.
Yes.
But at least we'll be well fed.
Halfway.
So far, tire pressure holding. All systems are go.
You're gonna jinx us.
I'll just be quiet about it.
Leftovers for lunch. We'll have to do.
She's gonna make us some sandwiches.
There's leftovers.
Leftover sandwiches.
Sorry.
You're having a wrap. I'm having
on the road.
just a chicken sandwich.
On sourdough, making sourdough nonetheless. Nice. Okay. Well, here we are in Klein's Corners. We are, about 10-15 miles from the campground. Typical day in the life. We like to get gas before we park.
I always like to fuel up the night before, so we can get a fresh early start with no problems at all in the morning.
Yeah, and since we're just staying at this one night, right? We won't even unhook the car tonight, so. Yeah. Oh yeah, well, today was an anomaly.
Yeah, we'll probably leave the car connected today.
So today there will be an extra mountain of laundry and mopping pads because of the bathroom disaster. And next I'm going to put up the window shades. Basically, they look like this. They're Reflectix, and they go in each of the windows. Heated windows set up looks like this, so you have privacy up in the front of the cab. Next, we get the coffee maker set up, the Ninja for the morning shake, and thank you to my sister Vicky, we must travel everywhere with a soda stream.
So this is what it looks like when everything's connected. This is my fresh water. This is my sewer. And this is the black tank flush. And this is what caused me my grief this morning after I left it on. To drain the black tank, you pull this lever. And of course, when you want to use it, you push the lever in, and this is to drain the gray tank. So this would be shower and sink. This is toilet and the sink in the bathroom. So what I had done is I had drained the tank, and then I had flushed it, and then I normally close the valve and then fill the tank, you know, maybe a third of the way again, and then pull it again just to make sure everything's flushed out. But I got busy with the flat tire and I forgot that I had closed the valve and left the black tank flush running. So that is what caused our problem. But it's all fixed. Leah's in there cleaning up right now. A little bit better, mopping the floor, sanitizing things. And then the second problem we had this morning was, of course, the flat tire. Maybe that was a third problem, I forgot. But typically, we came out, we checked the monitor, it was down to 4 PSI. And this is the valve stem for the inner dually. And what happened was, you know, we had lost complete pressure overnight, and everything was fine when we pulled in. But this morning, it was down to 0 or to 4 PSI. So after I was filling it, I found out, you know, this was a little bit loose, and I was able to turn the valve stem and tighten it up. So after I did that, it's been holding air just fine. So I think that was our problem, and it was turned out to be an easy solution. So this is, I guess, the first problem we had this morning. This piece had broken off, and this is to plug in the cable, you know, that connects to the RV, but this plastic piece It's supposed to be mounted onto these two screws right here, but it broke off when I pulled the car up. It must have hit the tow bar without me knowing it and broke that connector, so I tie wrapped it. I ordered one this morning shortly after. It's going to be in Munns Park when we get there, so we'll be able to replace that. But for now, this seems to be holding.
We were, because of the flood, had a towel load to do, but also might as well do the rest of it. But great laundry room here. Plus additional restrooms, which I didn't even see. And there is a small gym on the other side of this, which we have enjoyed for a half hour or so. So sometimes day in the life ends with Douglas sitting by the grill. Normally not. I do most of the cooking. But duly noted, if he does not have a beer in hand while he's sitting at the grill, what happens?
Well, it is some sort of real man code kind of thing. If you're grilling, you gotta have a beer in your hand. So I try not to ever break that code. I don't want to lose my man card.
Oh.
All right. So that's the end of the day in the life for today. It was an eventful day. Kind of a bad morning, but it turned out to be okay. We had a nice dinner. The drive was okay, a little bit long, but that's the way it rolls. So we're sitting outside right now. There's a beautiful sunset, which kind of made it all okay. We're still in Moriarty. Nice cool evening, and we're enjoying the night.